Imagine walking into a room, feeling an immense presence, but without a clear source. Welcome to the world of Sigmas. In the fascinating realm of personality types, there exists a rare breed known as the Sigmas. Unlike the extroverted alphas who dominate the room or the betas who blend into the crowd, Sigmas possess a unique and unseen power that sets them apart. They're the wolves who prefer to roam alone, yet their presence is always felt, even in their absence. Sigmas are often the silent types, preferring solitude over social interactions. But don't mistake their silence for weakness. Their quiet demeanor often conceals a mind buzzing with thoughts, ideas, and observations. They watch, they learn, and when the time is right, they act, often catching everyone off guard with their sharp insights and decisive actions. The true power of a Sigma lies not in their social dominance, but in their ability to be self-sufficient. They don't rely on social validation or conform to societal norms. Instead, they carve their own path, guided by their own principles and values. This independence can be quite intimidating to many, for it's a trait that's hard to find and even harder to understand. The Sigma personality is much like an iceberg. What you see on the surface is just a fraction of their true depth. Beneath their calm exterior, there's an intense focus, a deep intellectual capacity, and a relentless pursuit of personal growth and self-improvement. Their mysterious aura can often be unsettling to those around them. People find it hard to predict or understand them, and this unpredictability can be quite terrifying. But remember, their power doesn't lie in their ability to instill fear, but in their capacity to inspire awe with their depth, their independence, and their unique perspective on life. With their mysterious aura, Sigmas can be quite terrifying. Let's delve into the specifics. The first terrifying thing about Sigmas: they are silent observers. They possess this uncanny ability to sit quietly in a room, allowing the world to unfold around them while they take it all in. It's as if they have this internal radar switched on at all times, scanning their surroundings, piecing together the puzzle without uttering a single word. It's not that they don't engage or interact, but rather, their silence is their strength. They absorb information, understand contexts, and read people with an almost unsettling precision. It's like they have a secret window into the world that no one else can see. This profound capacity to analyze and understand without vocalizing their thoughts can be incredibly intimidating. It's as if they can see right through you, peeling back the layers of your persona with ease. Their silent observation can be quite unnerving, making you feel like an open book. Number 2 on the terrifying list. Sigmas are unpredictable. The very nature of a Sigma personality type is to be independent, not bound by societal norms or expectations. This independence fuels their unpredictability, adding to their enigmatic and somewhat intimidating persona. One moment, they might be the life of the party, and the next, they might retreat into their own world, leaving everyone guessing. They march to the beat of their own drum, making it hard to anticipate their next move. This unpredictability isn't random or chaotic, though. It's driven by a deep-seated desire for freedom and autonomy. Sigmas don't like to be boxed in or pigeonholed. They value their individuality, and their unpredictable nature is an expression of this. It's a part of their charm, their allure, their mystique. Their unpredictability can keep you on your toes, never knowing what to expect. Thirdly, Sigmas have a terrifying control over their emotions. This isn't about being cold-hearted or indifferent. It's about a level of mastery that leaves many in awe and a little unnerved. Picture the calm before a storm, a still lake mirroring the sky, an unreadable poker face. That's a Sigma. Their emotions are there. They feel deeply, but they've learned to steer their emotional ship with a steady hand, even in the roughest waters. This ability to control and hide their emotions makes them an enigma, a puzzle that refuses to be solved. It can be incredibly difficult to gauge what's going on beneath the surface. This mystery, this inability for others to read them, only adds to their mystique. However, it can also make them seem distant and aloof, even cold at times. Their emotional control can make them seem cold and distant, adding to their terrifying aura. Fourth on our list, Sigmas are terrifyingly self-sufficient. Now, this is a trait that truly sets Sigmas apart. They are fiercely independent, often preferring solitude over company. They don't rely on social interactions for validation or happiness. Instead, they find comfort and fulfillment in their own company, in their own thoughts, and in their own pursuits. This self-reliance extends to all areas of their lives. Whether it's problem-solving or decision-making, Sigmas trust their own judgment above anyone else's. They take responsibility for their actions, their successes, and their failures. They create their own path, rather than following one laid out by society or by others. But this intense self-sufficiency can sometimes create barriers. It makes them difficult to get close to, as they don't easily let others in. It's not that they are cold or unfeeling, but rather that they are self-contained. Their self-sufficiency can be quite intimidating, making them seem inaccessible. Fifthly, Sigmas have a terrifying level of focus. This isn't your run-of-the-mill type of concentration. It's a laser-like, unyielding, and, dare I say, obsessive level of focus that Sigmas are known for. It's as if they've got blinders on, seeing only their goal or task at hand, and nothing else. They have this uncanny ability to filter out distractions, to shut out the noise and chaos that life often throws our way. It's like they're in their own world, a world where their mission is the only thing that matters. And it's not just about getting things done. It's about perfecting every single detail, about leaving no stone unturned until they've achieved what they've set out to do. This can be quite intimidating to others, as it often comes off as relentless and single-minded. The intensity of their focus, their undying commitment to their pursuits, adds more depth to their already terrifying persona. Their intense focus can make them seem obsessive and relentless, adding to their terrifying persona. Sixth on our list, Sigmas have terrifyingly high standards. Now, what does this mean? Well, Sigmas possess an inherent drive for excellence. They're not ones to settle for mediocrity, and this applies to everything they do. Whether it's their personal goals, their work, or even their relationships, they're always striving for the best. This might sound admirable, and it is, but it also makes them incredibly hard to please. Sigmas expect the same level of commitment and excellence from others that they demand from themselves. This can often lead to them being perceived as overly critical or demanding by those who can't match their high standards. Their pursuit of perfection also contributes to their intimidating aura. There's a certain degree of fear associated with not being able to live up to the high standards set by a Sigma. Their high standards can make them seem demanding and hard to satisfy, further adding to their terrifying persona. Seventh, Sigmas are terrifying non-conformists. They don't just step outside the box, they live there. They thrive in the wilderness of their own minds, far removed from the societal norms and expectations that govern the majority. This makes them unpredictable, difficult to understand, and sometimes downright terrifying. Imagine a chess player who refuses to follow the established rules of the game, instead inventing their own strategies on the fly. That's a Sigma. They don't move along the lines drawn for them. They carve their own paths, often in directions no one else would think to explore. Their unique way of thinking and living often puts them at odds with societal norms. They're not opposed to rules per se, but they question everything. They're the ones who ask, why not, when everyone else is asking, why? Their non-conformity can make them seem rebellious and difficult to control, adding to their terrifying aura. Finally, Sigmas have a terrifying intellectual depth. The gears of their minds are constantly turning, churning out thoughts and ideas that can be profoundly deep and complex. They are the thinkers, the philosophers, the strategists of the personality spectrum. This high level of intelligence, coupled with their tendency to keep their thoughts to themselves, can make them enigmatic and difficult to understand. Sigmas have an uncanny ability to see layers of meaning where others see only the surface. They delve into the depths of every subject they encounter, exploring it from every angle and making connections that others often miss. This deep understanding, while a strength, can also be a source of intimidation. When a Sigma shares their thoughts, the depth and complexity can be staggering. It's like watching a grandmaster play chess, their moves calculated and precise, leaving others in awe. Their intellectual depth can make them seem intimidatingly smart, further adding to their terrifying persona. In conclusion, Sigmas are a terrifying force to reckon with. Their unseen power, silent observations, and unpredictability make them an enigma wrapped in a puzzle. Their emotional control can be unnerving, while their self-sufficiency and intense focus can leave one feeling both awed and intimidated. Sigmas are not just about high standards for themselves, but they also demand the same from those around them. Their non-conformity to societal norms and expectations can be daunting for those who thrive on predictability and routine. And let's not forget the intellectual depth of Sigmas. Their minds are a labyrinth of ideas, theories, and concepts that can be both fascinating and terrifying. But let's be clear, the terror of a Sigma lies not in their intent to intimidate, but in their unique and powerful persona. It's this very persona that makes them a formidable presence. So next time you encounter a Sigma, be ready for a thrilling experience.